Hello guys, so today's topic is hyperlipidemia from biochemistry. So first of all, there are four types of hyperlipidemias or dyslipidemias. Okay, four types of hyperlipidemias: 1, 2, 3, and 4. The name of the first one is hyperchylomicronemia, second is hypercholesterolemia, third is dysbeta-lipoproteinemia, and fourth is hypertriglyceridemia. So first of all, you have to remember the names according to their types. So how can you remember it? See, there is a way I have made. First is psi and then co. You know psycho patients. Okay, so you have to remember psi, then co. Psi means psi is like chi. So type 1 is hyperchylomicronemia. Next is co. Okay, the second is co means hypercholesterolemia. Now how to remember third and fourth? 3 का 2 and 4 का 3. Just you have to reduce by 1. So 3 का 2 means type 3 is this beta lipoproteinemia. Beta means B and B is the third letter of English alphabet. Then 4 का 3 means hypertriglyceridemia. So by this way you can remember it properly. Otherwise there is a lot of confusion if you don't make any mnemonics for it. So now coming to the inheritance part, type 1, 2, 3 and 4 are respectively RD. I remembered it by RD means autosomal recessive, autosomal dominant, 3 is autosomal recessive again, and 4th is autosomal dominant again. So this is the way you can remember it. Now coming to type 1. Type 1 is hyperchylomicronemia. The main pathogenesis in type 1 hyperchylomicronemia is deficiency of lipoprotein lipase. As you can see over here in the image, in type 1 hyperchylomicronemia, see, chylomicrons are substances that take fat which we eat from food from the intestines, and they are absorbed in the blood, and then the chylomicrons in the blood are degraded into smaller particles by lipoprotein lipase. And there is another important thing, ApoC2, which is a stimulator of lipoprotein lipase. So if there is a deficiency of lipoprotein lipase or ApoC2, then chylomicrons will increase in number, and hence they will not be degraded. So it will cause hyperchylomicronemia. So that is the problem: lipoprotein lipase deficiency and ApoC2 deficiency. What will you see in blood levels? Increased chylomicron, triglycerides, and cholesterol. And what is the clinical feature? Pancreatitis, hepatosplenomegaly, and eruptive and pruritic xanthomas. Very important. Okay, so this is the way questioner asked. Okay, they will generally give you increased blood levels of the substances, and then they will ask the type of hyperlipidemia, or they will give clinical presentation, and there are some keywords that you have to look for, like eruptive and pruritic xanthomas means type 1. If they give you that Achilles tendon xanthomas or corneal arcus, means it is type 2. Or they have given you tuberoeruptive or palmar xanthomas, means it is type 3. Or they have given triglycerides more than 1000, which is causing pancreatitis and also insulin resistance, then it is type 4. So these are keywords, you have to look for them. Now coming to type 2, we have done type 1. Now coming to type 2, we all know it is hypercholesterolemia, psi co. Okay, psi means 1 and co means 2. Now coming to part 2, hypercholesterolemia. What is hypercholesterolemia? See, cholesterols are absorbed from the LDL. There are LDL receptors in the hepatocytes which absorb LDL, and LDL contains a lot of cholesterol. Okay, so if there is a defect in LDL receptors, or there is downregulation of LDL receptors, then LDL in the blood will increase and will never reach the hepatocytes. That's why cholesterol will increase in the blood. Absent or defective LDL receptors or defective ApoB100. This is also important. ApoB100 is the only part of the molecule which actually binds to LDL receptors and helps in absorption. So what will increase? LDL and cholesterol, LDL, cholesterol, VLDL. Okay. In heterozygotes, there will be 300 milligram per deciliter cholesterol approx, and in homozygotic disorders, the cholesterol amount will increase very much above 700. Accelerated atherosclerosis will be seen, and MI can be seen before 20 years of age. And already I have said to you, tendon and Achilles xanthomas and corneal arcus indicates towards type 2 hypercholesterolemia. Now coming to 3. Type 3 means 3 ka 2. Okay, means it is beta lipoproteinemia. And when they say this beta lipoproteinemia, spell it like beta lipoproteinemia, means ApoE, or defective in hyper 3. So these are the ways you can remember. So if it is given in your question, ApoE is defective, so you have to spell it like ApoE, means this beta lipoproteinemia, and if it is beta, means 3 ka 2, means type 3. Okay, and they will give you tuberoeruptive and palmar xanthomas as a very important keyword for you to identify the disorder. Now coming to type 4. 4 is 4 ka 3, means hypertriglyceridemia. Okay, so what is the main problem in it? Overproduction of LDL. Important. VLDL and triglyceride will increase, and it will cause hypertriglyceridemia, more than 1000 milligram per deciliter. And if the triglyceride levels increase to more than 1000, it can cause acute pancreatitis. Very important thing. The question stem may start from acute pancreatitis and may lead to ask you what type of hyperlipidemia it is related to insulin resistance.